Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a ton of stuff to go over. We have some new Nintendo Switch 2 updates. We also have some new Pokemon rumors regarding Let's Go Wooper and Let's Go Togepi. Some DLC updates for Scarlet and Violet. There's a lot of stuff to break down and get into today. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So starting things off, let's go over the new Nintendo Switch 2 stuff. So it looks like analysts aren't expecting it to be as big as the original Nintendo Switch. So we have Go Nintendo tweet here saying analysts don't expect the Switch successor to be as big of a hit as the Nintendo Switch. So Nintendo is back to being doomed. So as most dedicated Nintendo fans know, we don't know a single thing about the Switch's successor, at least not officially. Again, I'm recording this before we've had any kind of announcement about the Switch 2. I don't know what day this video is going up on, but just wanted to make that clear. But there are rumors and rumblings inside scuttlebutt and leaks, but the big N has remained quiet on their next-gen hardware. Still, analysts apparently feel more than comfortable predicting the next platform's success or lack thereof. So a new report from Bloomberg has gathered comments from various analysts around the world, and they all seem to agree on one thing. The Switch's successor is going to fail to meet the same reach that the current Nintendo Switch has achieved. Again, this is just based on speculation and predictions on what the new platform will offer, so take their comments with a grain of salt. So in our 5-year earnings estimates, we do not see profits during the next generation hardware cycle surpassing peak profits of the Nintendo Switch cycle. This could change if the hardware turns out to be a new concept hardware rather than a successor along the same lines as the Nintendo Switch. But at the same time, it looks like the successor is just going to be a more like beefed up Nintendo Switch. That's what all the reports are saying, that's what the rumors are saying, the leaks are saying. It doesn't look like it's going to be like a brand new kind of console thing, like the PS5 to the PS4 kind of thing. We do not think the new console will be as successful as the Switch and see potential profit taking after the announcement. So having covered analyst commentary and predictions for the better part of 20 years, I can definitely say that comments like this are a dime a dozen. Some analysts end up getting things right and others are completely off the mark. It's all a crapshoot at the end, no matter how educated some analysts may be considering their predictions to be. So, yeah, I mean, it's one of those, like, I don't think it really affects much. It's just, you know, some people that have been doing this a long time said that they don't think it's going to do too well, just simply because it's going to be a successor and not brand new hardware. I don't think it's really anything to kind of take into consideration. Like, it shouldn't put you off getting the new console or anything. It is literally just what a few people say. I still think the next console is going to be absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to see it. But either way, that's just what some analysts are kind of saying about the Nintendo Switch 2. Moving on, we have some pretty interesting DLC stuff to go over for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So this was a tweet by Soul Silver Art saying, it was recently pointed out to me that the scenes of encountering the Paradox Pokemon in this video don't take place in Area 0. So this is the video they're referring to. So obviously we have Raging Bolt here. This isn't in Area 0. We've got him like battling with Totodile. It looks like to be some sort of ruined situation, but yeah, it definitely isn't Area 0 at all. And then we also have Iron Crown here, or whatever it's called, and yeah, this is clearly not Area 0 either. It is like some futuristic kind of like robotic area. So I need to go to those timelines and explore these worlds and characters. The past version doesn't seem like it's that far in the past and looks like almost Mayan, while the character is an explorer, while the future is a dystopian dirty city where Litten and Pikachu still aren't robots. Fascinating choices to make with this video. And then a follow-up tweet to that says, wait, it's them. Who are they? You've heard of Pokemon theories, but have you heard of Pokemon conspiracies? So what's going on here? So I haven't believed that we'd get any more Scarlet and Violet content, but I'm starting to have second thoughts because of this. Maybe they are just protagonists for the TCG, or even better, characters for a new anime limited series like Paldean Winds. I didn't seriously think of them as anything more than a commercial, but them getting actual cards. So obviously the characters seen in this video, like battling the Paradox forms, have now actually got TCG cards. So we have this card here of the Explorer, who's obviously taking the battle with the Raging Bolt. And then we also have this character here, who is taking the battle with the futuristic Paradox as well. So it's quite interesting that these characters are kind of like popping up. I still think it'd be really cool if we had like an extra bit of free content where we could play as an explorer during the expedition of Area Zero. I don't know if that'd be free content or extra DLC or something like that, but it would be cool to just then like be on like Heath's expedition team, and then you'd actually get to like meet Heath properly and stuff like that. I think that'd be really, really cool, but it's quite interesting that these are just like popping up all over the place. So I don't know if this kind of is a hint towards maybe some extra DLC for Scarlet and Violet. Maybe that's what's going to get announced on Pokemon Day, like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC Part 3 and 4, or if it is just like some TCG protagonist or just something for the video, or it is just some like future anime thing that's going to be happening. As long as we get something, like whether it's in the game or an anime of a person on Heath's expedition team, I think that's all we really need to just kind of sort out the story and just kind of find out everything. I think it's more likely going to be like an anime thing, but either way, it's quite a cool kind of little coincidence there that these two characters are like popping up all over the place. And then as well as that, we have some more Area Zero stuff to go over as well. Also posted from Soul Silver Art saying both Iron Treads and Great Tusk coexist in the Pokemon manga version of Scarlet and Violet. So from this image here, you can see both of the Paradox forms are in the same universe. So this could mean that this is a universe where both Sada and Turo exist as professors and Arven's parents, and they both have the same dream/obsession to bring past and future paradoxes to their timeline to create their paradox together, or paradise together. Also, both the Naranja and Juve academies may exist in this universe. I wanted the past and future themes to collide in the game so badly, so this is amazing. So yeah, it might be another hint towards potential DLC where we get teleported to a universe where everything is in that universe, or maybe it's like a third edition of Scarlet and Violet or something like that. I think it's unlikely, but it would be cool to see like everything just in one. But I think it's just going to be the manga for really. I don't think that's going to be anything we see in the games, but you never know. So that's all that. Let's move on to the rumors of the day, though, and we have a pretty cool rumor here that's been making the rounds. I think Light posted it on Twitter, and like it kind of blew up, and everyone's really been talking about it. And it's talking about a Let's Go Wooper and a Let's Go Togepi. Again, just because it's blown up on Twitter doesn't mean that it's any more credible than any other 4chan rumor. I think people just like the idea of it. I don't think it actually sounds like super realistic, because people just want the idea of a Let's Go Togepi and Let's Go Wooper. But as always, take it with a massive grain of salt, because 999 times out of 1,000 these do tend to be false. But anyway, leaks/details posted by Anonymous. This was posted on the 6th of February. So here they are: Gold, Silver, Crystal remakes for the Switch. So that would be, I'm assuming, just the base games remade for the Switch. And it says direct sequels to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and Wooper and Togepi are the mascots. So there's quite a bit to just kind of take in there. So obviously it would be Johto as the main series game this year, which makes sense because it is the 25th anniversary of Pokemon Gold and Silver. Crystal, I think, is next year. And then direct sequels to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Does that mean that you play as the same characters that you played as in the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee games? Or is it like Gold and Silver, where you play as Gold instead of Red, like you played in Red and Blue? And then Wooper and Togepi as the mascots. I don't know if I really believe that, like, because they just have no correlation at all. Like, Wooper and Togepi are not two Pokemon you would pair together. You would pair Togepi with something like an Igglybuff or a Cleffa or something like that. You would pair Wooper with none of those. You would pair Wooper with, I don't even know what kind of Wooper companion you'd really have in Gold and Silver, but one of them obviously is a baby Pokemon, being Togepi. The other is just like a base stage, so the stats are all over the place. In Let's Go games, you're probably not going to be able to evolve the starter Pokemon, so would you really be fighting Lance's Dragonite with a Togepi or a Wooper? Probably not. And also, Wooper's just like a random mon as well. I could get Togepi, because Togepi is more of a mascot than Wooper. I mean, a lot of people love Wooper, myself included, but it's not like a Pokemon they really advertise, you know. It's just there, he's chilling, he's doing his own little thing, whereas Togepi, you know, it was quite a prominent part of the anime. It's obviously had an evolution recently. I know that obviously Paldea and Wooper has as well, but at the same time, it is just like completely different Pokemon in my opinion. So I think if they chose like Let's Go Togepi and Let's Go Cleffa or Let's Go Igglybuff, I think I'd believe it a little bit more. But they probably should just do like Magby and Elekid, or Espeon and Umbreon, or just the Johto starters. Unless, you know, these are the mascots, but you get to just choose the original Johto starters. That could also be a thing. And then they go on to say Kanto post-game. I feel like you can't have a Johto game without a Kanto post-game. It is just so, like, implemented into the Johto games that you go back to Kanto. It'd be weird to not go back. as long as it's like set in the future like the original Johto games are. There is a new Pokeball Plus accessory based on the GS Ball that has Celebi inside when you connect it to the game. So yeah, I feel like if they did this, I wouldn't be buying it this time. I bought the original Pokeball Plus, where you got like the Mew and everything, and it just wasn't worth it. It was like 45, 50 pound or something. I think I got it with Let's Go Eevee as like a little bundle thing, but you got the Mew in it. It wasn't even shiny or anything, and then the controller itself was like alright, but I just went back to normal Joy-Cons anyway, so it's not really worth it in my opinion at all. The GS Ball would look a lot better, and maybe I would be convinced, but I don't know. If it was expensive as the original Pokeball Plus, then I probably wouldn't go there. But it's a cool idea, especially if you're like a collector or something, that you get the GS Ball too. And then you get a Wooper or Togepi egg from Elm that's about to hatch, and it becomes your partner. Okay, fair enough. So you don't get the Johto starters as your partner. You would get a Togepi egg or a Wooper egg, and then you hatch it from Professor Elm. I mean, I like the idea that obviously it's a Togepi egg from Elm, just like you get in the original games. The Wooper one doesn't really make sense, but it's a cool like callback to the obviously Gold and Silver games. In-game traits for Hisuian, Galarian, and Paldean forms, but evolutions like Cursula are transfer only from home or Go. So yeah, obviously I'm assuming something like the Go Park, just like we had in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But yeah, obviously that's kind of what we had as well with the trades with like the Alolan forms and stuff like that in the original Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee games. Held items are reintroduced. I like that. I think if we do get a Let's Go Wooper and Let's Go Togepi or Let's Go Johto, whatever, I think they should add some extra stuff. Like the original games had no held items, no abilities, no wild battles or anything like that. It'd be really cool if they kind of added a few of those things in. Like held items and abilities, I think should just be in the games regardless. It's so dumbed down when you don't have those. It's very much just like the original Pokemon games where they were dumbed down experiences in terms of like battling. Like it was all over the place with like speed and critical hits, and there were so many bugs and everything like that. Whereas like Rap was just absolutely busted. Like Alakazam was ridiculous because it was so fast, and it obviously got high crit ratio with Psychic and stuff like that. Slash with Persian, like all of these things from the original games. So you kind of need the abilities and all that stuff. The Go Park has moved from Fuchsia City to replace Johto's Safari Zone. So yeah, that's obviously what happened in the original as well. Like it replaced the Safari Zone, the Go Park did, so I'm assuming it would be similar in the Johto games. Nothing crazy there. Gameplay is similar to the original Let's Go games, and Awakened Values return. Awakened Values, I don't know what, is that like IVs or something? Awakened Values, I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, gameplay is similar to the original games, you'd expect nothing less. New Pokemon Ame-like mechanic where you can play with all your Pokemon, not just your partner. That's kind of cool. I mean, obviously in the original Let's Go games, you could only play with Eevee or Pikachu, and obviously you could dress them up and everything like that. I don't know if that would be the same in these games, but yeah, I mean, I like the idea of being able to, you know, play with all your Pokemon at once. Big in-game rewards for transferring Pokemon from the original Let's Go games. So obviously they've been doing that quite recently, where if you have like save data of a different game or something with a different game to help promote you buy the other game, then obviously you get some sort of extra benefit in the new game. So yeah, I'm expecting something like that anyway. You play as a new trainer with a new rival. Okay, so you don't play as the original character from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. It's just like playing as Gold and then not Red, just like in the original games. And then your partner Pokemon can find Apricorns to give to Kurt to make new Pokeballs. I really like that idea. That's really cool. Obviously, Apricorn Balls were a massive thing in Let's Go. Well, in the Johto game, should I say. And they've continued to be a massive thing now just because of all the different introductions and stuff. And I really, really like the fact that we'd get, like, new Pokeballs, potentially. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of that. And then the Gold and Silver Leaf can power up Wooper and Togepi when held. So, that's, yeah, a held item, obviously, if it's being introduced into this game. I'm assuming it just like, maybe it like double their stats or something. That's the only way I could see like Togepi and Wooper being decent. And then these will be the last main series Pokemon games on the Switch. Which, you know, whether this is true or not, I think this year's game probably won't be the last game. I don't think we're not going to see a Pokemon game on the Switch until Generation 10 in 2026. I think that's going to be the first game that's not on the Nintendo Switch. I think that makes the most sense as well to be the first game not on the Switch. Like, this year's if we get a game, next year's if we get a game, and then 2026, not on the Switch. Because that's like quite a few years since, if it does come out this year, like the Switch 2, that's quite a couple of years since it came out, so it'd give people enough time to get it. Plus, I just don't think Gen 10 would run that well on the Switch. Like, we all know how bad Gen 9 ran. Like, Gen 10's going to be an even bigger kind of thing. And so, if you get that on the original Nintendo Switch, it's just not going to run well. It's just going to be buggier than the Gen 9 games, and you just don't want that. Like, if people want it on the original Switch, then you can't really complain if it's like a buggy mess, because we've already had that with Gen 9. It's going to be even worse. So yeah, I mean, this rumor at the end of the day, it sounds cool. I like the idea of a Let's Go Johto game. I don't think it'd be Togepi and Wooper, though. I think that's a bit weird. But either way, let me know your thoughts on this rumor. We do have another rumor to go over as well. This is just a Celebi one, talking about Pokemon Day 2024. This was posted on the 30th of January, so obviously a week or so ago now. Again, take this with a grain of salt as well. This is most likely fake, but you never know. But it says Pokemon Day 2024. So we have new Pokemon movie, Pokemon Odyssey, Secrets Unearthed in Area Zero, which has a summer 2024 release. I think they will announce a new movie on Pokemon Day, and that will also coincide with the new mythical Pokemon being revealed as well. Again, whether it got pushed back or not, I'm not sure, but I think Pokemon Day is a perfect time to reveal this new mythical, which apparently is going to be on the way according to Riddler Coup. So that would most likely take place in this next movie. And if it's in Area Zero as well, that would be the mythical of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And it very well could be that gorilla ape-like creature that we have seen in the Scarlet and Violet book. The new game, Pokemon City, a game where you build your own city like SimCity, produce materials that are used to create new houses which contain a selection of Pokemon across all generations. Missions are available, which contain special Pokemon legendaries, and then game contains special buildings, which are known from the main games, like the Juve, Naranja Academy, Burn Tower, Heart Home City, Cathedral, etc. Pokédollars obtained by crafting items from materials can be used to build more buildings and increase the Pokemon population. This, to me, sounds like a perfect mobile game. Like, if they were going to make another mobile game, that just sounds absolutely perfect. Just like a bird's eye view kind of game, like SimCity or whatever, or Age of Empire or whatever, where you literally just are, you know, creating a city of Pokemon and you can build different landscapes and stuff. I think that would be a really cool mobile game. I don't know how they would like do it, but you know, that wouldn't be a Switch game. That's just not big enough for a Switch game. But a mobile game, I think it'd be absolutely perfect for. So yeah, maybe in the future we do see something like that, regardless of whether this is true or not. And then they go on to say Pokemon Cafe Mix, Ogerpon is added, new hardcore mode is announced. And now I've not played Pokemon Cafe Mix, so I don't know how difficult the game is, but hardcore mode usually sounds quite difficult. But Ogerpon also being added as well. I mean, I could see that. I think Terapagos is more likely to be added to the Pokemon Cafe Mix game, but Ogerpon is still a Pokemon that, you know, has the potential to be added. I don't see why not. And then moving on, Pokemon Go, new updates for routes. Routes now increase spawn rate of Pokemon. Type depends on your buddy's type. Increased shiny chance from 1 in 500 to 1 in 350. And then Galar birds. So I don't know what it means by Galar birds there. I'm assuming that they've just got a higher chance of spawning. I mean, I really like if this was a thing. You know, it would promote people to do more routes and stuff. Like, when I do a route on Pokemon Go, you know, I don't get that many spawns, and it's nothing crazy. They need actual, like, more boosts and stuff. I know that you get your Zygarde cube cells and whatnot on it, but at the same time, if they had an increased shiny chance, that would promote the heck out of people doing routes. Like, it really would. Especially, that's a massive jump as well. 1 in 500 to 1 in 350. A lot of people would be doing that. And also, if Galarian birds had a chance to spawn on routes as well, because usually it's just daily incense, I think that would, yeah, it'd provoke people to do it even more. So, I like that. Whether it's true or not, who knows, but I do like it. And then Pokemon Johto Adventures. This is the mainline game for 2024. It is made by Ilka. The game is a 3D cel-shaded art style and follows the same story as Pokemon Crystal, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver. Additional story is Kanto. Additional story in Kanto, Team Rocket, which forces you to do the gyms in predetermined order. Celebi, Guardian of Time, is a post-game story. So, you know, all these rumors are saying that Johto is going to be coming this year. Like, the more rumors that we cover, the more people that are thinking that, like, Johto is going to be coming out this year. I still think Unova is very much in the running as well. Like, I think both have a 50-50 chance of being the main series game this year. So, you know, I probably would prefer Johto, maybe? I don't know. Like, I just want a Legend Celebi or a Legends Kyurem. That's the one I want the most. But, you know, if we get something else that's surprising and that's really good, like, I'm not really bothered just, like, about a faithful remake, especially with Johto. Like, I don't see the point of a faithful remake for Johto. We've got Heart Gold and Soul Silver. They're my favorite Pokemon games of all time. Why make a faithful remake when you've got, like, the best remake there, you know, in my opinion? If you're going to remake Johto, it has to be different. You know, it has to be a Let's Go or a Legends. There is no point of just remaking it just for the Switch. I just don't see the point in it. Obviously, Black and White has not had a remake yet, but with Black and White, you have Black and White and Black and White 2, so it's impossible to remake all 4 games. It's just too much stuff, so they have to do something different with that as well. So I'm not expecting really a faithful remake, really, but you never know. It is Pokemon. Could be Ilka. It is what it is at the end of the day. But anyway, that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It does really help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything that we've covered in today's video. What are your thoughts on the Switch 2 stuff? Also, these new characters as well for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And then also, what are your thoughts on these two rumors as well? Would you like to see Let's Go Wooper and Let's Go Togepi? Would you like to see Pokemon City and Pokemon Johto Adventures? But yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.